Before I start my video, let me inform you that there are few social media accounts that are using my names and pretending to be me. So be careful. If you get any sort of messages from Instagram or Telegram asking you any sort of money or asking you to transfer any sort of money, it's not me. Only social accounts I have, it's linked in the description box of this video. That is the only social media accounts, Insta, Telegram, Facebook accounts I have. Otherwise, if you get any sort of messages on Instagram asking you any sort of money or giving you any sort of advice, it's not me. So be careful with these type of scammers. So let's start our analysis, starting with natural gas, coal, silver and crude oil. So what do we have here on net gas? So let me show you what I've said in my last video so that we can understand the conditions and entries. On 1 hour time frame, I would mark my rejection area like this, and you can also mark this rejection zone on your chart. So once we have a pullback to the zone with rejection as an engulfer or my 382 candle or a pin bar, all these are my entry condition that must happen in this area of value. Not to forget that I'm still using this zone as possible support area. If the price, let's say, falls in this area of value or forms a bullish engulfer somewhere here, in that case I'm still looking for my buy trade. What do we have right here? The exact move we got here on net gas, double top engulfing pattern. And what is stopping you to enter this trade? I've informed few members who asked me that if it's a valid trade or not, and that is how you learn. If you have any questions, any confusions, you see this pattern, and as you can see, we had a nice fall out of my double top pattern. Now I've also said that I'm paying attention to this zone as well, and now finally price hit my area of value, the recent resistance that was broken, and that will now act as a level of support. Now look for your entries on 1 hour and 4 hour time frame. So at this area, if you get a bullish engulfer, you have a good entry condition if you are an aggressive trader. But if you are not an aggressive trader, wait for a pullback formation of a double bottom pattern. Mark your rejection zone similar as double top like this, and once the price hits your rejection zone from the upper wick to the lower wick, that is how you need to mark your rejection zone. Once you have rejection in the zone, if you want to enter in a less aggressive way, you have an entry. Otherwise, for aggressive traders, this is engulfing pattern is an entry condition. So that is what you call a nice trade. We had a nice condition on crude oil as well, which I'm going to show you momentarily. Let's check on 4 hour time frame. I've already shown you the entries on 1 hour time frame. We had a nice fall out of that. Now at this point, we can get another red candle that can close above or close below 50 EMA. That's fine if only one candle closes below 50 EMA or at this zone. If that happens, I want to see another red green candle. Once we have that, we have a good reason to enter buy trade. As you can see, now price is making higher highs, so we have a chance that price will create an entry condition and push up from here. So we had a nice sell trade. I hope you are learning out of my videos and you have taken that trade mentioned yesterday. Now just wait for the condition, which is my bullish engulfer. A clear signal will be a bullish engulfer, or less aggressive way will be a double bottom, both on 1 hour and 4 hour time frame. So look for your entries and conditions. Right here, what do we have? Now if you are learning my full MMTA course, you know all the rules are met. We have a nice 25% candle. With that, we have an entry below. You know how to place your entries in these type of conditions. This is the lesson you will learn in the advanced section. So if you are still in the basics or intermediate section, do not worry about that at this point. So with that, we had our take profit hit easily. At this point, we can get few red candles followed by a bullish engulfer, or we get a hit of the zone followed by a bullish engulfer. That is what my entry condition is. Double bottom is also my entry condition. Pin bars is also my entry condition. That must happen within this zone or engulfing pattern above 50 EMA. That is what I'm looking at to enter my buy trade. I've already mentioned these zones in my yesterday's video, so if you want to check that out, you can check my previous video. So look for the condition at this point. Let's check gold. Right, gold has now pushed up, broken below the previous low. Now as you can see, we did had a double top formation right here, but that is a very aggressive way to enter with a red candle, but that is a valid, less aggressive way to enter in the trend continuation zone. Now I did not enter this trade, but I have already taken my trade right here, which is one of the pullback entry I teach you guys. Now price is now in a process of a pullback. We can get few green candles followed by a red candle. As you can see, price is now making lower lows. So in this condition, I want to see a bearish engulfer that must happen in this area. With that, we can take another shot. So look for a bearish engulfing pattern only within this area, or we can get another push up at double top pattern here. So keep an eye on this zone. I'm bearish for gold until the price hit this next level of major resistance, which I've already sent to my priority members. You should have plotted this zone on the charts already. This zone is 1947.14, goes up to 1959.50, a zone from where we will enter our buy trade if the price make it to my zone this week with one of the entry conditions. Let's check silver. Right, silver is now pushing up and hit the level of support area. The previous support mentioned in my yesterday's video that this happened here on currency.com. The zone here on currency.com is 24.66, goes down to 23.87. Now the price is pushing up. I've done the analysis on Ovanda yesterday, so we'll keep it like this. It did not hit here on Ovanda. Now if the price continues to push up, we will have a valid double top pattern. So right here, which is 24.86, goes up to 26.40. If we have a push up and hit of the zone, we will enter our sell trade here, one of the entry condition like bearish Engulfor or pin bar candle. So look for the condition here. If the price closes above 50 EMA, in that case, if we have a pullback without hitting of this zone followed by a bullish Engulfor, in that case I will take my another long trade. As you can see, price is now pushing up in a nice trend, so we can have a push up, pullback, bullish Engulfor and hit of this zone. So these are the conditions I'm now looking at to enter my buy trades and sell from this area of value. Let's check crude oil. Right, so with the power of editing, I have got the pattern ready for you. Now at this point, you need to keep this pattern there on your charts. Now what I want to see, a complete hit of my termination zone. So this whole zone is my termination zone. So once the price hit this zone, then I want to see bearish pressure like my bearish Engulfors or a pin bar. So that is an aggressive way to enter these type of pattern. But if you are a less aggressive trader, you can enter in a less aggressive way, which is a break of this neckline. Nice ones. As crude oil act really good when it forms the head and shoulder pattern, and this is the, even in my full course I've shown lots of example of head and shoulder pattern just on crude oil, because crude oil never disappoints when it forms these type of patterns. Once the price hit the zone, which is green candle, in that case the price is now in the termination zone. Either we can get an entry here or within this termination zone, but we had a nice 382 candle right here. So with that, price massively fall out of this head and shoulder pattern, and that is enough to hit your targets. Now what to expect from it? At this point, the price is now broken below the neckline, and one of the entry condition, if you remember that the less aggressive way is a break of the neckline. Now this is also one of the entry condition. If you hover over this candle, ATR is 0.7 and the target will be 0.7 as well, and as you can see, the target with the less aggressive way has been hit as well. But I'm still bearish for crude oil. We can get a few green candles followed by a red candle. In that case, we have a good bearish pullback condition and price can likely to fall from here. Now I want to give you a next minor level of support, because as you can see, the price is just naked here. We have no price action between due to opening and gap. So let's check on Ovanda. Now as you can see, we have a next minor level of support, which is 73.44, goes up to 74.88. Now if the price continues to fall, this is a zone from where I want to enter another long trade. So for now, look for sell trades followed by a conditions or a hit of this zone for your buy trade. So that is what I'm looking at for commodities, guys. Any questions, any confusions, you can always DM me on Instagram. I'll get back to ASAP. Hope you trade green rest of the week. See you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.